Hello everyone. Today I'm going to dictate you the passage number 52 of the modern volume 3rd. 5 seconds to go. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the resolution that this House disapproves of the National Highways Amendment Ordinance 1992 promulgated by the Honorable President on the 23rd October 1992. Sir, at the outset, I want to put on record my strong objection to this ordinance Raj, which appears to have become a routine affair with this government. Sir, it is apparent that this is ordinance number 19 of this year. Ever since independence, I wish to bring to the notice of the government that never has there been a year in which 19 ordinances have been issued. Maybe it was done in 1991. I do not know the year. But only after this government has come, we are issuing ordinances at this feverish pace. This particular ordinance was issued on 23rd October 1992. Parliament has met on 24th November, only 1 month after that. What was the urgency? There is a statement explaining the circumstances which had necessitated immediate legislation by the National Highways Amendment Ordinance promulgated on 23rd October 1992. To my utter disappointment, this 5-paragraph statement does not give us the circumstances which necessitated it. It gives the reason why this bill has come. The reasons are that the highways are in a bad shape, money is required, resources crunch is there, etc. Therefore, those are the objects and reasons for the bill. We are not discussing the merits. At least my resolution is not on the merits and demerits on the bill. We may all support the need to raise resources to maintain the national highways better. The issue is you must tell us why the ordinance had to be issued. Sir, let me remind this government that Mrs. Indira Gandhi was a very powerful Prime Minister. In her own regime, one ordinance was issued for the nationalization of banks, and there was a furor in Parliament as to why that ordinance had to be issued when Parliament was going to meet in the next few days. She had a valid reason. The nationalization by itself was a thing which had to be done without notice. It was not advisable to bring a bill before Parliament. She had to do it without giving notice. Now, these reasons do not apply to the kind of ordinances that this government has been issuing. They have issued an ordinance to create the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Between the last session and this session, 7 ordinances have been issued. Each one of them was wholly necessary, wholly irrelevant. The urgency aspect is not there. There is one ordinance on the Industrial Finance Corporation of India to convert it from a corporation to a public company. Now, I do not understand what is the reason for an ordinance in that case. In this case, it is even more so. I thought the statement would tell us that Urgently, government had to put a fee or octroi on a particular bridge which was to be opened. Nothing of the sort is there. The statement does not say anything. I would like to know from the minister whether after the promulgation of the ordinance till today, if they have used these powers. If they have not used these powers between 23rd October and now, it proves my case that the ordinance was wholly unnecessary. The very fact that you are issuing an ordinance means you act on it. After issuing the ordinance, this parliament meets, and if you are not to act on it, then you can as well wait till parliament meets. Sir, I will have to say with anguish that I think that the general tendency is to bypass parliament or take parliament for granted. There are so many instances I can give which are not relevant to this case. Even this morning, the Railway Convention Committee's report, which was placed on the table today, and the Railway Ministry issuing a rejoinder in the press, is a breach of privilege to say the least. Sir, I want to put on record my party's absolute objection to this state of affairs. There is absolutely no reason for a government to use the power of ordinance except very sparingly after the Prime Minister himself is convinced of the necessity and the urgency. I request the Prime Minister to look into these things himself. The ministries will always put up matters. Every ministry sends matters and says that they are most urgent. But an ordinance can be issued only after the cabinet approves it. The Prime Minister should not allow ordinances to be issued in this cavalier fashion. This is my first objection. I will conclude after making one or two requests to the Minister. On the substantive part of this bill, I think the whole House will agree with the Minister. Thank you.